what's so beautiful about what has helped me is that I don't have to go on testimonies about if you disagree with an organized thing that went wrong, whether it's an organized man-made religion or something. I don't want to get in on talking about that, because then all that does is take someone that's searching and push them away. But I can say that I called on the Lord. The cars didn't do it. The houses didn't do it. You know, trying to make others feel less than me didn't do it. Me trying to inflate my own self didn't do it. The Lord, in His grace, the Lord's grace in not bullying me and looking at His grace is what makes me change. I don't know anything that works like that. If I have a boss and he yells at me and belittles me and da-da-da-da. Now, he's in a state of authority and I'm a state who's listening. Yet, I don't feel like I want to be like him. The Lord, through love, through patience, listen, I know you don't love yourself, I love you. I'm not leaving you, I'm still with you. Oh yeah, but I'm still with you. Through His grace, you want to get closer to that way. That's God. It's a miracle. Because when you're done yelling and belittling and saying, "Don't you understand? That's wrong. That's wrong," you're turning people off, and then you start to go, "You know what? This isn't right. This isn't right." Try a little love, and then it changes. It's been happening for me. I'm talking to you. I can feel it. The other thing, if we can go on a little bit, is when I saw my son. When I had my son, I really understood unconditional love. Where before I didn't know if I understood it, and it helped me spiritually, because I was under the misconception that God was more tough, and like I would be embarrassed to call a God when I would see myself in my lifestyle, which was not pretty, whether I was drugs, alcohol, just not respecting myself. I knew enough that this wasn't God's way, so I wouldn't go to God to go, "Listen, help me," because I was embarrassed. I would think of God as more of a fire and brimstone God. But then when I had my son, and I saw my son, and I saw what it's like to be a father, and that unconditional love, it put another perspective on it. Like, let's say your son is in that trouble. Are you judging him, or are you doing everything you can to help him and hold him and kiss him and support him? And then I said, well, that's what God feels for me. He's not judging me. He's trying to help me. And then that helped. All of a sudden I was like, all right, God, great, help me. And just the desire to try to get better, everything will change. I think sometimes the devil wants you to think that until you're perfect, don't go talking to God. No, just desire to be close to God, and those things will work themselves out. At least but that concept of God, the Father, my Father, that love was really helped when I saw my son. When I saw my son, and I saw that this little boy can do nothing that would hurt me, or do nothing that would shame me or embarrass me. This is my son, just like I'm God's son, And then all of a sudden I was easier to go, okay, help me. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. These things that I've done with my life, with your talent, I've made a mess. And then we opened the dialogue. I opened the dialogue. And I also know that the grace of God is also that anyone can get this love, can get this feeling, anyone can. But as we are earthly, sometimes people want to hear it from someone who is flawed. And I'm more than happy to take what has happened to me negatively and try to put a positive spin on it now. And try to say, going through these mistakes is bad, but if there's a lesson and I can talk about it, well, then that mistake now becomes good. I feel blessed. Today, I feel great. Today, I feel great.